Switch Technology Screens. We're doing a series of videos today on a particular individual who goes by the name of Fernando Gonzalez. He has a YouTube channel under Crow1176. We have purchased quite a few of his products over here to find out that these products at the end of the day happen to match $21 Amazon tablecloths, showing that he did no form of testing. Keep in mind, we've had to test our products against just about everything we can throw at it, just to make sure at the end of the day that no one can basically match our products or lay claims against our products. But as I said before, we were able to also match his products against black and white paint at the end of the day using his own tutorial video, which somehow disappeared off his account. But that's for another time. We did that. I'll put that link below so you can check that out for yourself. All right, so we're talking about the sketchy return policies and how sketchy the website looks. The eBay listing looks very sketchy too also, but it's just, you just have to be careful when it comes to this individual. A website is supposed to be clear up front, give you plenty of information. You should know exactly what you're buying. And it just looks like a site that was just slapped together just to collect some money. And that's basically about it. So this right here shows you that this is where we have tried to purchase products from this individual to get it down here for testing. We were successful in getting a few things down here, but most of the time these orders were canceled right from the door because, as I said, people who cancel orders had something to hide at the end of the day. So I'm going to show you an official email that we received from the person who owns the website. This is the email he sent to us. And the reason why we received this email is because in the future, or in the past, we have tried to purchase from him, leading to a part where he basically deleted an entire eBay listing, which I'll be showing you right over here. We'll go over to my search. Deleted eBay account. All right, now we're going to put a deleted eBay account. All we have to do is just put his name right next to it, and it brings him right on up. So in this particular transaction we had a while back, we were trying to get his personal mix and a few of his other products, and he kept raising the price and raising the price. Now, you know, his product doesn't cost $129 for a quarter of his product, but you can see in the transaction, in the video, you'll see where, let me see, there we go. Let me see if this pops up. I'm pretty sure we have to go through everything else to get it. Let me see. We've got it here. There we go. Let's put in. Let me see. Delete it. Oh, why is that there? Oh, we didn't have that in there, did we? Okay, let me see. Let me see. We'll bring it up. It's in here. eBay account. But anyway, in the transaction, he deleted his entire eBay listing to make sure that we couldn't get our hands on the product. If not, I can always go through my other account because we have it here. Wait, what am I doing? I have it right here in my videos. My goodness. Taking the hard way to do this. Hold on for a minute. Crystal H. Let's go here. I actually need to go right here. We can go right through our list of videos because we have it in our selection. Whew, man, a lot of videos on this fellow. Let me see. And now be warned, when we do go into his page, he is going to be ranting. He could be cursing. We've gotten curse words, all kinds of different slurs, you name it. This is actually from the person who actually owns the site, of him just ranting, going into these huge rants. Let me see. First things first, we need to be in editing. That's where we need to be at. All right, I need to go in editing because that way I can bring the link up from there. There we go. We need to go into live. Let me see something for a minute. Let me see something for a minute here. Oops, go back. Oh no, we were under that account. We were under whatchamacallit. Found you right here. There we go. I know it was in there somewhere. It's definitely in there. All I had to do was just type in my engine, my search engine, because I had a my search engine equipment, and it basically pulls up my search engine optimizer. All right, there we go. We found it. I'm not going through all those videos. It would just take too long to do this. So anyway, getting back to recap real quick so we don't lose any time here, because I'm on a certain timeline for this. This is a transaction. Let me see. Go back here for a minute. I think I still have this. Do I still have this? Oh, I may still have this transaction fresh on one of my accounts. Which account was this? It's on the Crystal Edge. Yeah, if I put it under eBay, it should pull up. I wonder. I'm curious. If I go under my account, would that pull up again? Would I be able to bring up the original email? I'm just thinking out loud here if I'm able to do this. Let's see. I'm going to see something for a minute. What would I have been under at that particular time? I would have been under Crystal Edge. All right, I got to check something real quick. I'm going to turn you guys to the side real quick. Make sure no sensitive information pops up. I have customers, Crow, eBay. These are people I've done business with. That's why I have it this way turned to the side. I don't want to show you this at all, period. I'm doing business with somebody. I don't want you seeing their contact information and stuff like that. But I'm curious to see if one of these would pop up, because I was under Crystal Edge when I was actually making those transactions. We need to talk about that return policy. We're going to have to make this for another whatchamacallit from the door, because I have a lot of orders in here from the door. But we're going to have to go in and make that a different video. Right now, we're going to talk about these sketchy transactions. That's what we're going to be talking about. But I need to go through this because I know I had that original email in here where we basically had that issue with the whole transaction that went on in there, where he basically canceled the entire eBay listing for that particular order. We have another one here too from canceling orders from there. All right. Let's go and stick to this right here, because that's kind of hard to start a whole nother topic right there. And we're going to talk about the eBay accounts deleting and stuff like that, weird stuff going on with the account. So we'll keep that for a separate video. But I do know for a fact that I do have that in my eBay list. I'm thinking about, wait, that happened with the digital one. With the Crystal Edge technology screens. That's where that happened from. All right, so we're going to go back in here. Now, in here, this is where, like I said, we had issues with the first time trying to place orders through him. And in those transactions, as I said before, we had an eBay listing go missing in the middle of a transaction. There were all kinds of weird stuff that were popping up about his account. But if the return policy in his account is really, really, really suspicious. Not only that, you can just see that somebody just slapped the site together for the sake of just slapping it together and really didn't put any effort into it whatsoever. There are tons of misspellings. And people, like I said, at the end of the day, you're going to have misspellings and errors in your website. But this has been going on his site for at least about since last year, and he has never corrected. Why put the effort and time into something at the end of the day if you're not going to put the time and effort in your product? At the end of the day, that's matching a black and white paint substance. All right, so let's go over here. Let me show you where we first received these. And this, getting back to, like I said, we try to place orders through this particular individual, and we're trying to place orders to this individual. He kept canceling orders on us. He just wouldn't let the product go through. So we got someone else to get the products for us. And we did the same thing again. That's how we were able to get the Metallica Mix downstairs of the unboxing. I'll show you that video later on. We were able to get that product. And from doing this, he became very, very edgy about it, because now he couldn't tell exactly who was placing orders to him or which one were from us. So he sends us this email telling us to buy from him. Now, mind you, This is after the multiple cancellations showing this person clearly has something to hide. As you can see, sends us the email. There's this email address attached to it. It's to us right there. Check out my products, which we did right there. That's what we wanted. We wanted the Cinemax mix that we're trying to get our hands on to order to bring it down here because of the false claims that he was making on the product, stating that the product could pull a contrast level equal to a black screen. Now, this is the insulting email that this particular individual likes to leave in the middle of his message. Mind you, this is a person who calls himself a professional. He's the owner of his business, and this is how he carries himself. Enough with all the, I'm not going to say the curse, but blank, blank. Here is my site. Order all you want. Remember, he says, order all you want and done. Again, spelling is not his best. It's not his best feature, but like I said, at the end of the day, all of us are not professional with high-end with grammar. You can always get something to check that, get someone to proof it for you. At the end of the day, I make mistakes, but as you can see by his website, and we've gone in multiple times trying to tell him that you need to clean this up a bit, make it look more professional, he continues on to leave it the way it is. You're not going to fix up something. If you're a scammer and you're scamming people and you're making money off of it, why put the extra time and effort into fixing something up at the end of the day if it's working? At the end of the day, if he doesn't put the effort into his screen paint products, he's sure enough not going to put it into his website. All right. Okay. Order all you want. Why do all the drama of the 10 videos saying the same thing over and over again? Well, say says right now over and over again, saying the same old thing. Get the best from the best. The best from the best Crows screen paint mix. Be a man for the first time in your life and place the order. All right. So we went in and we placed the orders. These are all the cancel orders that we received from Crow, putting the money back into our account after we place orders. Even to go so far into putting messages into these particular orders that were canceled, crying and complaining that he was being harassed. Which we find it interesting because this is an individual who invited us to go in and buy from him, to buy all we wanted. And that's what we did. We bought all we wanted. And he canceled on every single order that went through. We went in even and ordered items twice and canceled every single order. Refund was given right back to us. He put the money right back into our account. You know why? Because he knew that his screen paint wouldn't be in that comfortable environment that he has to sitting in. It wouldn't be dealing, it would have to deal with something with more harsh ambient light. We're not going to use the same projector that he's used to using all the time. We call it the crutch projector because he's used to using that projector. He's not going to have the same advantage points that he has in his apartment. And he knows at the end of the day, we are going to match it next to black and white paint. His video tutorial, we showed you how he made his products. So at the end of the day, yes, he was going to cancel. Even after sending that email, he was going to cancel. Now he goes and in some of his emails here, he goes into these rants where he knows he's being filmed, everything's being recorded. So he figures I'm just going to put these in here so they can see that he's a bad person. I don't know where you get your common sense from at the end of the day. You sent us an email inviting us to go and buy from you. And then when we buy from you, you add in these little gestures as we're bullying you at the end of the day. That's a full Karen. That's exactly what that is. That's a full, complete Karen. But there's a whole lot of them in here. There's one where he says we're banned. How do you ban someone from a site that you invited them to come in? So we're banned from buying due to the fact that we called his bluff and we placed the order. See, in this one, he wants me to, these are the messages he's sending back and forth. Answer the question, why are you so obsessed with me? And I'll send you I'll send it for free. Now, let me get this straight. You send me an email telling me to buy. Be a man first time in my life. Why are all these messages in between? I don't get that part right there. I don't understand. So as you can see, yeah, he's just an individual at the end of the day. There we go. We ordered the Cinemax again, who will make a statement. And then when you call him on his statement, he will become a coward in his corner. And he'll start ranting like, oh, you know, you're harassing me. You're banned. You can't buy from me. So and so and so. Don't write a check you can't cash. We all know that one. And clearly, he wrote the check. So these little messages we have here, we're going to be posting all of his cancellations to the blacklist. So you can see all of them one by one. Now, any personal information like your cell phone or stuff like that, that's going to be blanked out. You can't see any of that at the end of the day. But you will see the actual transactions of each one being canceled and the official email that was sent us telling us to buy whatever we wanted. Be a man. And we bought. Look at the dates on them. They were last year, as you can see. And these are the little notes we got back and forth. Now, it would be different if we never got the email. Say we never got the email. We went in and we made these orders. We just bum rushed the site and made all these orders. Then he has a leg to stand on by saying that, hey, we just went in. He has the right to refuse us at the end of the day. He does have that right. But when you invite someone and then you go into a whole full Karen blowout, then it looks different then. You know, it's the same thing with the whole, we're not going to add him into that. We have a special section for that particular individual also too. All right, let me see. Let's go from here. Now we're going to go into the site. Like I said, he could be ranting and carrying on. We're going to be talking about that. How professional is Crow in business? We have messages on his actual site of him basically using curse words, profanity, sexual content, stuff like that, just carrying on. This is the person at the end of the day you have to trust whether or not you're going to slide a credit card into, that he's going to know the whereabouts of where you live at. All right, let's go from here. Let's click on the original link. This is the original link that we got from him. We're going to pop into the site. All right, so here's the site right here. As you can see at the top, there's a little chat room right there where he likes to carry on. And right here, we have Crow Screen Paint Mixes right here. Let's go over to the shopping area over here. Navigating through this website. So we're going to hit shop. We're going to go over to the Cinemax he has here for 1 gallon at $253. All right, we'll click on this one right here. All right, now in the site, you will see a lot of spelling errors. Like I said, spelling errors that people are going to have when you first get the site, you have the site the second day, whatever, you're going to have spelling errors. You go in and you correct those spelling errors because you don't want people at the end of the day thinking that you don't know what you're talking about. But this has been this way since he set up the site, and it's been this way since a couple of months into last year, which means he had plenty of time to do this. Usually when people are scamming, they will not take the time to put the effort into their site due to the fact that if it's working, it's working. Why put in the extra money? There you go. That's why you don't see any serious tests or any serious demonstrations under his products, as in certified screens, distance, throw, outside demonstrations, nothing really on a serious level, all right, at all, period, due to the fact that as long as you can put into a dark environment, display the screen, hit it with a high-end projector, it's going to work. He can sucker enough people into buying it. All right, so let's see what comes in here on the page right here. As you can see, gallon is supposed to be a 1 and not an I. We've pointed this out many times. No description of the product in any way. What kind of surface can you paint it on? What's the drying time? It's low VOC, it's eco-friendly, does it wash off with hot water and soap? What different forms of projectors does it use? How is it tested outside? How many lumens do you need outside to compare how many lumens inside? How far does a projector have to sit back before the system projectors start to deteriorate? Like we have some projectors that you can pull back a certain far because the screen will start to lose picture quality. There's just so much stuff here that's missing at all. What is the meaning of the product? So if I put down our product has a white heightener technology, I have to explain what a white heightener technology is and how it affects the screen. All that has to be in there. But in his description he has here, this is my favorite. Capital should not be there, but like I said, he has plenty of time to fix this, and he should have done it by now. But this is my mix, one of my favorite. It will give you well-balanced picture from your ultra short throw. Now, if someone reading this is an ultra short throw, what if I got a long throw? What if I have a short throw? What if my projector is DLP? What if it's LED? What if it's LCD? What if it's laser? All these questions are going to come up. If you're applying this on, what kind of roller are you using? A gnat roller? Are you using a foam roller? It's just so many different questions. What about paint sprayers? There's so many things, different fabrics and stuff like that, that may not apply well to the surface, like polyester, or maybe if you're using a fabric. Fabrics usually are a little harder to paint, not harder to paint, but they do require a little extra care due to the fact this is a surface that's going to absorb paint, which means you're going to have uneven spots on the surface. You don't want to paint a screen and have one area looking lighter and one area looking darker because the screen came out uneven. So we do advise people on our end to put in 2 coats so that way the screen can absorb as much as possible. Now, as you can see all this mess right here. Oh, look, he went in and he fixed the return policy. I told you he was going to do it, but just in case, we have a video or a copy of the video where he basically had the dishonest statement in there. Let's see what he put. Oh, this is even worse. This is even worse than the other one. This is way worse. He kept the original. That's even worse. So he did remove it because in here he had a policy about unopened cans. Unopened cans. If you open up a product, at the end of the day, he doesn't know if you tampered with it. And at the end of the day, he can't give you your money back. But this policy at the bottom is far worse. He would have been better off with the unopened, with open cans of paint. Better off with that one. This is the return policy he has. This is your nightmare. Returns. Returns and refunds policy. Once the product is delivered spelled wrong again, delivered. He had enough time to come in and take out that other policy about open containers, but he didn't go in and correctly spell delivered. But listen to what this says. This is way worse. Way worse. Returns and refund policy. Once the product is delivered, you can spell that right, no returns or refunds. Please make sure that you ask any questions before any purchases are done. It doesn't make a difference if you ask any questions for any purchases that have been done. The policy is once that delivery guy has dropped, or woman has dropped that package off at your front door, you can't return it. Say if in transit, they drop something heavy on it. Say when the containers bust open. All your paint is inside of that box, dried up in there. The minute that package lands on your front door under his policy, you can't return it. That doesn't sound right. I've never heard of that in any policy, not even on a wish list, not even on some of the cricket websites I've actually bumped into. I've never heard of anyone make a statement like that before. That is far worse. He removed this one that was up in here due to the fact that he didn't want them conflicting with each other. This is the one he was going to keep. You know why he's keeping that one? Because at the end of the day, he would have more weight with this one than he would have with the other one. Because say if you get the product, right, and you open it up, right? You don't even touch it, you just open it up. And if you take a small sample off the top of it and you open it up, right? And you take a bed sheet or a tablecloth or paint and you match it and it looks exactly the same. Or you just buy some paint, you put them side by side, like, you know, gee, whiz, it look exactly the same. At the end of the day, he has a better chance of protecting himself with this right here because it doesn't even, you can't even open it to compare it. All it has to do is land on your property and you can't return it. That's it. And remind you, I said with Wix, they have a policy box that will pop up that you can check on it and say, you've read through the policy. You're quite aware of what you read. Now, you could go to PayPal and you could fight it. You could go to your credit card institution, which is going to take you months before you ever see your money. Or you can take it to a small claims court. Small claims court, he'll kick your behind in small claims court. You agree to a contract. You can't get around that. No way whatsoever. He can pull that contract up and say, look, this is my policy right here. This is what they agreed to. If it lands on their property, it's theirs. They hit the button. They check down. Boom, it's theirs. Yep. He got you. You ain't getting around that. Ain't no way in the world. I don't even have that policy. Parte doesn't even have it. I'm not a big fan of Parte. You already know that from the door. But I give credit where credit is due. He doesn't even have that on his website. No, I don't think anybody has on their website. Who has it on their website to begin with? That's a bad policy. He should have changed it out and kept it for the one that said open cans. At least that's a little give room right there at the end of the day. But if that package comes and you busted and leaking, you're not getting your money back from that. Well, you can fight it. Like I said, you can fight it through PayPal. You can fight it. You can fight it. You can. But the fact that he even has that there shows that at the end of the day, he's trying to make sure he keeps that money. That's not good at all. That's pretty bad. All right, let's go in and see how many of these are linking up on his other pages too, if they all have that same policy. So we're going to come out of here really quick. We're going to go, now we just need to go into shop real quick. That should never be there at the end of the day. Now I saw something different. Like I said, we came back here and we looked at the first time. He had two of them running into each other, canceling out each other. He went back in to be slick. Scammers do this, to change it. But you left the most damaging policy ever was the one that a customer cannot return or even get an equal exchange. But then again, if you get an equal exchange, you're just getting the same stuff at the end of the day because it all matches black and white paint. All right, so let's go over here. We're going to come out of this section. We're going to go, are we in shop right now? No, we are in previous next item. We need to go back and shop. We're going to go back and shop. We just came out of this for the gallon. We're going to go over to the hydrant mix. Let's see what the policy in this one is for the hydrant mix. Again, no form of real information on the product whatsoever. Let me show you what you're supposed to be getting. Now, this is what you're supposed to be seeing. When you do product information, these are our customers showing off, they're displaying their images of our products, videos, our demonstrations being displayed outside, all that good stuff. I like showing off screens outside. If I'm going to say my product is ambient light rejection technology, then guess what? I'm going to be outside. Let's go over to our marketplace here. So we'll pop over to the marketplace. Oh, I love this picture setup right here. We put this on a forum site. They was blown away. Oh, is that a projection screen in the ceiling? I was like, yes, it is. They like that one. But anyway, that's the blackout cloth. Let's go over here to the paint. Over here, we'll click on this over here. Now, this is the policy for Phantom technology. And you go in here, you'll notice I give my praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, as always, free shipping US only. We explain why, because of the whole variant, the new Ucron or Overcron. Yeah, that thing is causing, it's a little bit of a nightmare for a shipper, for people doing business. But unfortunately, once that gets cleared up, we'll go back to shipping overseas for free. Okay, so as you can see, we got the name of the product right here. We got the category, which is the elitist, the color of it, ultra black, screen size, 150 inch. From there, we have ultra short throw. We have the information right there, and the screen size again, explaining the different aspect ratio: 16, 9, 6, and 10, 235.1. Fully weatherproof, because yeah, we got screens outside. You know, I mean, screens on display. You can't say your screens are fully weatherproof if you have no screens displayed outside. That does not work. If you go into our categories here, see right here, we got our nice pretty pictures right there. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. It's all 720p now. Boom, boom, boom. And if I say my screen paint is weatherproof and you can use it outside, then guess what? I have to have those pictures too. You notice the pictures from outside look the same way as the pictures inside? You have to have all that in there. All right, then you have your gain. Now, if I had the gain in there right there, I have to have, what is the abbreviation for ADV and ambient light rejection? It's advanced ambient light rejection. Explains what ambient light rejection means. Color enhancement technology explains what color enhancement technology is. White level and heightened technology explains the meaning of white level heightened technology. Then it has surfaces, what surface you can paint on. You can paint on drywall, plexiglass, sheet metal, fiberglass. When painting fabric, use 2 coats of paint of primer or any other kind of paint. Explains why you have to do that. What you can't paint on is polyester tarps and stucco. Painting information, drying time is 30 minutes with a fan or longer, depending on the size of the screen. It explains on paint sprayers, how long the shelf life is, around 5 years if properly sealed. It also says eco-friendly, low VOC, and please note front projector only, because some people will buy a product thinking that it's rear projection, paint it on, and find that they can't see through the screen. Then you put your summary at the bottom explaining the product and everything about it. Then you put down keep out of reach of pets and children right there, and then boom, you have your policy right there. We don't support knockoff projectors. Why? We have a specific set of knockoff projectors that we, no, sorry, name brand projectors that we do support. So anyone buying this, if they buy the product, and at least they know at the end of the day, it's right there. We have in 2 different policies. We have a fake page set up, not a fake page, but it's a fake projector page, giving you information, showing you customers that we warned not to buy and bought it anyway, and the results of what happened, which comes out really dark. It doesn't work too well. So all this policy is right there. Nice, big, bold writing right there. And at the top, we have a category selection page right here, which allows you to pick out what color you want. And I've had some people say, well, you know, your product's pretty dark, you know, so and so and so. If you're just adjusting and coming off a white screen and you're not used to seeing contrast levels like that yet, we suggest you go with the silver. Yes, Phantom does come in silver. Yes, a silver, gunmetal, black, and deep red. There you go. That's how it's supposed to be on the site. All that information right there from the door. So if I put that box that pops up and says, you are well informed of all the information you just read, you are well informed. It's there in bold writing. Now, if you go over here to his site, that's it. That's all the information you got right there. And you can see he went in and he spelled court correctly. Good. Because last time he had it spelled as QRT. So he is good listening to what I'm telling him to do, to go in and basically spell your wording right. Because at the end of the day, you don't want people thinking that you got I here. This is supposed to be a 1. But you're doing good. I can see that. But other than that, buddy, that whole, sorry, at the end of the day, I'm gonna say you're doing good by making the effort. The next effort you need to do is you need to do those demonstrations backing your product. Because at the end of the day, you still are coming off as a scammer. I don't care how well you word your website in, you have to back those products. Let's go at the bottom and see if we have anything here. There is no return policy here. None. Look, where is a return policy? It's supposed to be one here. You have to have a return policy for every single shopping cart. So he removed that completely altogether. That's not even here. You just have this. So pretty much in your description, this projection screen mix is my lightest off the batch. It makes it ideal for dark environments. Perfect for 1080p and 4K and 3D. One quart covers up to 120 inch. Again, bad wording. 120 inch. Should be 100 inch to 120 inches. Should be, what's the ratio? It's a 16:9, 16:10, 235.1, 239.1. That's all the information you put in there for your customers who's purchasing this product. And you spelled crystal wrong. That's not how my company's name is spelled. You got a misspelling here because that's supposed to be a 1. And that's spelled incorrect. You have the name of my company spelled incorrect. If you're going to insult someone at the end of the day, learn how to spell their name correctly, please. I'm not trying to be rude here, but that's, and you have, where's your return policy? There's supposed to be a return policy on every single shopping cart. We're going to bounce out of here for a minute. Let's come out of here. This is the one of the shopping carts we have here. Let's bounce out of here for a minute, okay? Now, let's come out of here. Let's go to the bottom. Any one of these shopping carts are going to have the exact same. Now, we go over here. Let's say we bounce over in this one right here. Boom. If you come over in here, guess what? Pop. There we go. See? Boom, 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 boom. Come over here. Boom, 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 boom. All that information is in every single shopping cart. Every cart. Because any cart you go to, it should have the same policy. Everything should be synchronized. Come over here. We'll bounce into this shopping cart. Dun, 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 dun. All the information there. Come back over here. It's not hard to do, people. It's called duplicating your page. So what you do is when you're basically setting up for your page, for your marketplace, you put all your information, and make sure you have all your information, everything for that one page, everything in there. Put your pictures in, all that stuff, and then you go to the top and they'll say duplicate your page, and you duplicate the page. Everything that will come on the page. Then you go in and you change it up to, for that page, maybe it might be 120 inch screen, it may be a little different to apply, blah, 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 and you just change those up. Other than that, your policy is always going to be the same. So that's how you do it. It's very easy to do. You're not writing the same thing over and over. You're just duplicating the page. And we both have the same platform, which is Wix. The fact that he can't go in there and just make his page look a little bit more professional, it's downright sad. But you're missing an entire policy page. Is gone. It's not even here. So if I'm buying this, yeah, okay. We're gonna leave that one alone. Let's go over here and let's leave from here. He has it on one page. I could say one page, but with the rest of them. Let's go over here. We need to go over to, we did this one. Let's go to, let's do this one. This is the IB Personal Mix 1 quart. We'll click on here. Let's see what the return policy in this one is. And again, you spelt with an I. That shouldn't be an I again. Okay, what do you have here? IB Personal Mix is great for movies, gaming. Is perfect for those light controlled environments. I notice you have a lot of stuff here and talk about light control. How are you comparing yourself to a technology that can basically produce images in a max out zone? That doesn't even come close to what we do over here. All right, but okay, you're the same that we do, but that's not about that. Environment and works with 2000 lumens and up. 1080p, 4K tested. There's your policy right there. Same thing as it says the other one. No returns and refund policy. Once the product is delivered, no returns. Yeah, that's still bad at the end of the day. So he has it on that one. He doesn't have it on the other one. No returns. That's a bad policy at the end of the day. Very bad policy. This is something on its own. We'll talk about that. That's the whole eBay craziness. On the eBay account, his shipping for his overseas customers only, if you let's see one and then change that one, is $20.40 or $20.20. Over here, he charges you a $70 surcharge. You're just better off just coming over here and buying over here. But then again, you come up, no, you're better off buying on the eBay account because eBay, you don't have a $70 surcharge staring you in the face. That doesn't even make any sense either. But we'll get back to that in a few minutes. We got one more paint to go through. As you can see, the reason why he doesn't have a real detailed information on his products is because when you don't test your products and you have it, what information could you add down at the end of the day? There's nothing to add down because you don't do any tests at the end of the day on your products. And if you really don't put an effort into your product, you can't put an effort how to explain what the product's all about. He doesn't know what he's talking about at the end of the day. That's why there's nothing there on the product. He explains more in the video than he just did on his page right here. And even his videos are confusing. But let's go over here. Because I'm not trying to slander the man himself, but you just see that. Look at that. Come on, you kidding me? If you're buying an LG $15,000 TV and you go to look at, and this is it, you're like, what the freak? Like, that can't be it. Where's your specification sheet supposed to be there? Let's come out of this right here altogether. I said the site looks sketchy as I don't know what. Let's go over to, even in a wish list has more information on the product. And it could be a product about a moon ring, energy ring, or whatever it may be. There'd be a whole description, a whole lot of crazy stuff in there. But this is basically it. And the return policy, that whole, when the product hits your property, it's yours. Okay, let's go over here. Let's come out of here. This one, we got the UV. The last one we got is the Cinemax. That would be the 1 quart here. Let's see what we got going on in this one right over here. Unbelievable. Let me see. It's here. I told you it was here. I told you it was here. Scammers get sloppy. They get sloppy and they trip over their own feet. They get sloppy. And look how sloppy he got. It's right there. I told you he had that policy in there. He had it on the other one too, but he removed it. He changed it. Now look at this right here, what he has right here. Same thing. Did he write the, no, and he got the quart. It's all here. This is perfect. This is my favorite mix, like the other one. Again, you got it starting off with a capital here. Favorite one of all my mixes. It will give you well-balanced picture from your ultra short throw projector. It works best with 2800 lumens and up. Test it. Test it with 1080p and 4K. 4K. You have this. It's a runoff on a sentence. In 4K. Great with some ambient light. Now, I don't understand in all your descriptions you're saying some ambient light, low ambient light. How are you comparing yourself to me at the end of the day? We don't do some ambient light over here. We don't do low ambient light. We don't do that. The reason why he's saying that is because his products won't pick up in a fully lit environment. They'll wash out. That's why. All right. Now, this is the part that I find confusing. Some ambient light. It stops here. There's a period here. 1 quart. I told you spelled quart wrong. QRT. This is the part right here that is so confusing. This is, the sentence stops here and you go 1 quart covers up 100-inch, 120-inch gray mix. What does that mean? What does covers up 100 and 120-inch gray mix? It just ends right there, and then boom, here comes the new policy. Now, like I said, sketches on the what? So this particular one with the 1 quart of the Cinemax basically has 2 policies. The one with the 1 gallon has 1 policy. One of them doesn't even have a policy, and the other one has the same policy as the other one. If it lands on your property, it's yours. This one is, if you open, it's yours. And what do you have at the bottom? Yeah, and if you land on your property, it's yours. Man, it's like a double jeopardy on a freaking monopoly. Don't pass go, don't collect $200, go straight to jail. Good gracious. So right here, he goes from 1 quart, covers up 100-inch or 120-inch gray mix. Doesn't make any sense at all. Right here, he says, return to say, remember, there are no returns or refunds once you open the product. I do not know if you tampered with it after you opened it. So make sure if you don't want the product, send it back the way I shipped it, unopened. Thank you, right? Now, That's shoved right up under here. It runs into this right here. Now, if you go down to the bottom, he clearly has returns and refund policy. That should be down here. But in the return refund policy, it has return and refunds policy. Once the product is delivered, again, spelled delivered incorrect. Once it's delivered, no returns or refunds. So which one is it? Is it if I open it, I can't get my money back, or it can't get an exchange, or if it lands on my property? Got to spin the wheel on that one, people. That one you got to spin the wheel on. So which one is it? Which one's going to cancel one out faster than the other? You know which one? The one if it lands on your property. That's going to cancel it out. You'll never get a chance to open it because the minute it lands on your property, it's yours. So that one cancels it out. Now, the reason why this is made like this, like I said, at the end of the day, because we have videos out here showing Crow making this black and white paint mix, because we've asked him multiple times to back his products up because he refuses to do these demonstrations, because we have a tablecloth that matches his product. He knows that customers are going to go in and they're going to test this theory out. They're going to test it out. So he has to protect himself. And the best way to protect himself is to make sure he keeps your money at the end of the day, because why would you exchange it out for something else that's going to be the exact same thing that you got sent to you to begin with? They're only off by a couple of shades. They all match anyway. So what are you going to get that's going to be completely different from what he's going to send to you? They're all the same thing. So at the end of the day, the customer's going to demand their money back. But remember, it landed on your property, and you agreed to that term that says once it lands on your property, it's yours. Whether if the package is busted, crushed, I don't care, a dog could have urinated on it, I don't care what kind of condition it came off that truck. The minute he dropped that postal service, drops it on your property, it is yours. Right there, stated on this webpage. Now he's got two policies canceling themselves out. One here saying if you open it, it's yours. And another one saying here, if it lands on your property, it's yours. That's sketchy and scammy as sketchy can get. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. If we go over here, now let's go dig into the eBay real quick. Now the eBay listing is sketchy too. And I'll tell you why. The product does not match the description. The description that he's selling here is Crow's Cinema Max HD projection screen paint. Keep in mind, this will show up on your detail receipt. Just so you know that. This is what he's advertising in the in his window right here, his picture. We have a Metallica Mix 2.0 in the metal containers. Remember, think about the last time he used a metal container. These are very old pictures. Too lazy to put the new pictures in. Because at the end of the day, like I said, don't care. As long as he's getting money out of you, at the end of the day, really don't make a difference. And he's dependent on people that are not going to figure this out. People that are buying paint for the first time, they're really not going to notice it. He's just easy chance to get over on them. All right, what do we have for the next can? We have the hybrid mix. Now, if you're selling one item, why do you have two items in this picture? Because a person looking at this is going to look at this and go, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. Your product here does not match here. Where's the other can that describes the product you have here? That's like me going out today. I'm buying an Epson projector today. I buy an Epson projector. There's no information on it. Has no shipping and return policy on it. And at the end of the day, the product does not match the description. We got a Panasonic here and a Sony right over here. An Epson here and an RCA here. It doesn't make any sense. So right there, that's a huge red flag from the door. Let's see what the shipping cost is. Shipping cost is $21.20. If you know what the shipping means, bottom line, it's a faster way of shipping, but it's free. So let's go here at the bottom, right here. Let's see if he changed it. Does he still have it the same here? This product is for overseas only. Yep, overseas only, not for US. Overseas only. This right here may be an advantage point for those of you overseas right from the door. Now, Crow will lose his shirt here, and we explain to you why. Shipping overseas is not cheap. To ship to Canada, just to Canada, will cost you $39 in a medium-sized box. Well, actually, about $39 in a medium-sized box. Now, once you start pushing outside Canada to like Ireland, Rome, France, Italy, Germany, Japan, places like that, your price starts jumping up. So you get the packages now, they're going to cost you 60 to 70 bucks just to ship over a medium-sized box from here to Japan, from here to Israel, from here to Australia, to here to Ireland. I shipped over a large to Ireland Just by using the basic flat rate shipping, it cost me $107. Yep, $107 to ship it from over there for free. So his product costs how much? $80. Now mind you, this is just regular shipping. This is not express shipping. When you start talking about express shipping, the numbers jump a little higher. International express shipping, which at the end of the day, if you're shipping under this right here, mind this is marked for the US, this would be perfect if it was in the US, then he would only pay that. That person, the people paying for only have to pay that $21 right there. That's all they would have to pay at the end of the day, right? I'm just going, somebody wants to go on what this is at the end of the day. This is what this stands for. So you can read through that. Arrives faster than regular transit time. Think about that for a minute. Regular transit time is $39 a box to ship to Canada, and somewhere between 60 to 70 to ship outside a little farther than Canada. This is right. This is actually faster, which means the shipping cost now is going to jump up a couple of dollars more, which means that $80 he's charging could consume the entire $80 and some at the end of the day. That's just a medium. Wait till it's a large box and see how crazy it's going to get. Because the reason why I know this is because I had a customer who wanted his package right away for something he was doing, and he was willing to pay for the express shipping. And ooh la la, it was not cheap at all. I was like, good gracious, but he paid it. He needed it for a project. But anyway, it's very expensive. It will exceed that $80 so fast it's not even funny. So that's done. He's already lost profit right there. He's going to have to put money in just to get the item out the door. Now, that's not the nightmare yet. The nightmare comes in when the person who paid, he paid for the shipping of $20.40 to have it shipped faster than the transit time. He's going to file a complaint because the bottom line is it's not there at the time it should be there. And he's going to go back and research and figure out how fast it's supposed to be there at the end of the day. That means he's going to be getting hit with a not have received complaint. Yes, that's not a received complaint. Let me hit with that on there. So like I said, that sounds shiesty altogether. He's going to have a lot of problems with that, a lot of problems. He's going to have to get a package there faster than the normal time, and it's going to consume all the money that he made. But this is what happens when you do shiesty stuff at the end of the day, it comes back to bite you in the face. All right, so let's go and look at the policy right here. See, let's see what the shipping policy is here. All right, so shipping policy. We're used to this. He puts these up here on the Mac. He's mad and angry at us because we outed him. We outed Crow as a scammer. This is what he's doing to try to retaliate. But at the end of the day, you can type something up there. It doesn't bother me. I have actual evidence, your actual site, your videos of you doing these acts. So right here, if you look up here, you'll notice that you'll see no policy for shipping. Just nothing here. Here you're saying your screen paints up to 100 to 135, but on your site, you don't have any description of your, I just noticed that you have no description of your screen size, of saying how much it paints up. There's nothing here. What in the world? I just noticed that too. You have nothing here describing how big a screen you can paint from this. So people are just going, you know, oh my goodness, this is all a hot mess. This is a complete hot mess. You don't even have a description there. Where would the description be at on here for this? That is that's a hot mess. Let's go over here real quick. Let's go over here and workshop. I know I saw it here. So I got to search to figure out where that's at. I think it's here. I think it's in the cinema. I think you may have it described in there. Let's see what we have here. There you go. Right there. We found it. You don't, none of your pages are matching up for nothing. Oh, just forget it. Let's not go down that road right now. All right. 100 to 120 inches here. That's what we're saying what it does. All right. But over here on your account here, it says it does to 100 to 135. So which one is it? And then you don't have any policy here about emailing you or how do you get a hold of the other products. And you still have one quart of the Cinemax, which doesn't match the description that you have right there in the page. And there's nothing here at all. You got anything at the bottom down here? Nothing at all. Now say we click into this guy. I bought from him before. So you click into his page right here. Let's show you what you're supposed to be seeing. See right here, he has $15. See right there for the shipping. Why is it shipping 15 bucks? Crow, yours is $23. And he has. You notice that if this was marketed for the U.S. on Crow's behalf, right? Crow1176 or Fernando Gonzalez. It was basically market it toward for your customers. Why is it on one page you have free shipping, but in the other one you're charging them $20.20? That doesn't make any sense at all, period. You should have free shipping on both pages. That's another thing that sounds scammy at the end of the day. So look at his product. See how he has all his stuff category very nicely. He's got pictures over there. We bought from him. It's right there. We bought from him. His product is actually very good. Very, very good. I recommend if you are buying screen paint to buy from him. Look at all the information that he has up here on his product. Look at that. Look at that. Professionally done. Professionally done. Very professionally. I love it. I love it. I love when people take the time out. They love what they do, and they do a good job putting the description. Look at his shipping policy. Very beautifully done. See all that information he put in there? He took the time to put this in here. I like that. That's what I like. I will be buying from him again too also. Not for basic testing or anything like that. For some other things I have working on with a few other people. I'm going to help him out a bit. You know, I mean, if he needs any help or anything at the end of the day, you contact me, my man, and I'll help you out. No problem. He's a cool person at the end of the day. But look at the information. Very professionally done. Look at that product description page. That's a beast. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. Doing it professionally at the end of the day. But this nonsense right here, what the heck is this? That's laziness. This is all you put in here. Crows 1 quart. You got the 1 correctly in here. Crows 1 quart. And yeah, you spelled quart wrong on the other one. Crows 1 quart Cinema HD projection screen paint mix. Covers up to 100 to 135 screens. Check out all my customers' reviews on YouTube. Crows mixes. That's it. That's all he has on there. That's it. That's the description right there. This is his shipping policy. So his shipping policy, he has, this is it. So your shipping policy is designed for if you're shipping to the US, but you have it down as in, he has it set up for, what's it called? For overseas only. So a person who comes in from overseas is going to look at that and go, $20.20 for the express shipping. Are you kidding me? They're going to jump on that. The only problem is you're not going to make a profit off of that at the end of the day because the shipping cost alone is going to consume the entire $80 and some. And you're still going to have to pay for items and packages and stuff like that. Your shipping cost to make the product and everything. But that's what you get when you scam people at the end of the day. People who scam end up getting caught up in their own cobwebs. And at the end of the day, they hang themselves. But that's on you. But I don't understand here what you have here. This is what we're not getting here. This is confusing right here. Your site, you have free shipping. Let's go to Crows 1 quarts. We'll go right here at the bottom. Here, you have US free shipping in the US. All right? Priority mail. But if, say you got the site correct on your eBay listing and you made it for US only and overseas you don't ship to, there's still a problem there. You're charging free shipping here on the website, but you're charging people for money for shipping on the other site. Say if that other site was for US only, you're still charging $20.40 for what you're charging for free shipping over here. Doesn't make any sense. Over there, the overseas customer is getting his shipping, and I mean faster than transit, for $20.20. But over here, he's going to pay a $70 surcharge. And wait, it gets a little more interesting than that. The price here is $89.41, but the price here for the same product is $80. Told you, shiesty as shiesty can be. It is. It's shiesty. Scammy is on the what? That doesn't make any sense. Now, what bothers me about this is we have bought stuff from Crow on this listing before, and I've got mine in a mailer. You know how much money it costs to ship a mailer? $8. $8 compared to $21.20. $8, which means if he was doing this at the time when he was doing this, when it was around $75, he was making a little bit of a profit off the shipping. That's what he was doing. He was skimming a little money, 6, 7 bucks off the shipping. But when you do dirty stuff like that, like I said, it comes back to bite you in the face. And this is what you got now. Now you got a page over here where you're not going to make any money at all, period. The person who's from overseas is going to win. But then again, he's not going to win at the end of the day because at the end of the day, he has black and white paint at the end of the day. All right, we're done here. I got to be at a certain time for each video. This is going to be uploaded to the blacklist. This is showing you how scammy Crow's return policy is. As you saw, I showed you in the demonstration. It's just, its site is a hot mess. You got one section not showing any shipping policies at all. One saying that you open the package, it's yours. If it lands on your property, it's yours. All the rest of them are saying the exact same thing. It is a hot mess. There's no description of the product, no detailed information, nothing. You got summaries running into return policies. Prices are not matching up. And like I said, at the end of the day, like I said, slide your credit card through that. That is going to be your freaking nightmare at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Wow. That's crazy. I don't even know why you don't even have a category here. You don't have a category. You only has one item here, no category. At first, he had it set up where you had to email him. That was the most scammiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. If eBay never had a category list where you can category like, hey, I got G.I. Joes, I got Thundercats, I got Transformers. If they didn't have that, then I can see why you would have one item saying vintage toys, and you really couldn't explain out each one because they didn't have a category. Email me if you want to see what else I got. But you didn't have that on there. You had one item here just like this, and you had, if you want the rest of my mixes, you email me. Of course. Because at the end of the day, if I go over here and I buy from this other fellow and he has 3 quarts of paint, guess what's going to say in my description? I ordered 3 quarts of paint, blah, 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 on my detailed receipt. Over here, you're just going to have one thing, Crow Screen Paint Mix. That's it. It's not going to tell what you bought on your receipt at all, period. You have to email him after you made the purchase to get that information. So say if he just sends you anything off the top of his head, ain't no anywhere you're going to be able to back that up. You know what saved our neck? Was the fact that we had a detailed receipt explaining what we purchased on our PayPal debit card. If you don't have that, you're in trouble. That's like, really quick, the equivalent of going to Walmart, buying yourself a Sony TV, and some jerk over there makes a mistake and puts on your receipt that you ordered an RCA. You know how hard that is going to try to convince them that you actually bought a Sony TV? Even if you bring it in, they're going like, you could have got that from any place else. How do you know you got it from us at the end of the day? You might be trying to scam us at the end of the day. It doesn't say it on your receipt, so it shows you didn't buy it. There you go. That's what I was trying to tell you for the longest time. All right, got to go, and God bless.